Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. Once again, it is time for my client Robert's vlog. And we had a mostly good week, although he did have some acid reflux issues. He attempted on his squat day that he was just going to test his max out and try to hit a good training max, and he went for a PR because it was supposed to be a 1+ week, and he got stapled and it was acid reflux. He said, it felt easy walking it out, but then I burped up some stuff in my mouth as I was lowering it, and it really messed me up. And he, by the way, for those unaware, we deal with some major acid reflux and IBS issues. That's one reason Robert was so skinny when we started. That's why he's put on like 50 pounds of body weight since I've been coaching him. And we'll get to that in a minute. But otherwise, his training went great. It was all rep PRs on his plus week. And for those curious asking, we've gone with staying with a 5-3-1 type model for him instead of conjugate. We talked about it in a Skype call this week because even though we built a lot of his base on conjugate, with his current school and everything, he's only home on the weekends with all of his specialty bars, and the commercial gym he's at has no specialty bars where he goes to school and everything. No specialty bars, nothing that we can use. He doesn't have his chains, doesn't have all the band setups he has at home. So, he's just like, I would rather just stick to this for the simplicity for now, at least for the rest of this school year and everything. So we're going to stick this out. So his bench day, of course, it's a standard 5-3-1 type protocol. And this is a 1+ week, and he got quite a few reps. I think he got, let me see my notes. He got 3 reps. He got 3 reps at 95% of his new training max. And that was, PRs for him. And it's not very high because, as you guys know, his benching is his weakest lift. It's due to a lot of shoulder inflammation and issues we've had. We've struggled with that. Even though his deadlift, he squatted over 4 plates now. His deadlift, actually, he hit 5 plates this week for reps. His overhead press is pretty good. And we can only close grip for him. You guys will notice a disparity there. Some of my people are close grip only, and it's due to some previous shoulder problems. And that's a standard fix, by the way. It's very, very common for people who've had shoulder issues to just stick with close grip pinching. It's not like we can't hit big numbers. All right, you guys have seen my close gripping going up right now. So we can hit big numbers, and there's some guys out there who are close gripping over 600 raw. They're out there. I've seen them. But, in his case, we do what we have to do to work around that. And then you guys do notice I have some wide grip benchers. I have people who are, fingers, they have fingers outside the rings, who put up some big numbers. So we've seen a bit of both. Not always in the vlogs, other than Mike in the vlogs. You guys have seen my other lifters when I've put up some benching in the past. It's pretty wide grip benchers. His squat days, at the moment, pretty straightforward. We do our standard squats. With 5-3-1 type templates. We do a 5x10. Then I have him do lunges and leg raises. And he's not been getting me the lunges and stuff on camera. And I need a little more footage, so I'm going to have to get on top of Robert to actually get me footage of this stuff, right? If we're going to vlog, I got to have this stuff. But, the rest of his leg work went fine, even after missing a squat. And, a lot of my guys know how I feel about that. I don't like them missing lifts. Don't like them missing lifts. Some of my guys, as other people point out, sure grind a lot when you tell them not to grind. I'm like, I know. Welcome to being a coach. So many people are like, well, this doesn't make sense, doesn't make that. I've had clients come to me who like, yeah, I see when people do that. And I'm always like, I don't know why some of your clients do that. And then they do it. They do it. The very thing that they're, laughing about. And I see it all the time. And a lot of people do these things and don't even realize they do them. And it's an ego thing for guys. That's where we get the grinding and stuff from. And sloppy form. It's ego. That's why we call it ego lifting. Right? That's why we call it ego lifting. So his overhead press went good, though. We got 2 reps on a 1+ day. And of course, we do overhead on this day. We do pull-ups. Now, he's also said, and we laughed about it, he's like, I need to go on a cut. So he's actually started a cut today. At the end of this block, I'm like, look, you can start your cut on the deload week. It's fine. You know, he wants to lose, 10 pounds or so because he's like, I mean, I've made great gains, but now my belly, it's like I'm starting to get a belly and I don't like it. And, some people would say, well, he's far from his potential. Why are you going to let him cut? Because he goes to college. He wants to look good. And we've bulked 50 pounds. He is bulked for 2 years straight without a cut. 2 years. We've been on a 2-year bulk. And he's built a damn good base. But here he is, again, 3 reps with what would be 5 plates aside, 220 kilos. It's technically a little less than 5 plates in freedom units, but because it's 20 kilo plates usually, in other countries this is a 5-plate pull. Although it's 10 pounds less than our 5-plate pull in America. Right? But he got 3 reps with it. And then, of course, we do back off work, we do extensions, we do leg raises, we do hyperextensions. He doesn't have those at home, and so he did this day at home, so we don't have the hypers. So what I might need to have him do would be like, well, if you're going to do them at home and skip the hypers, we probably need to do some good mornings. But some of that can wait until he's done with his cut. Because we do have to be careful. That's the one thing that's different with this system versus something like conjugate. The axial loading is a lot higher. We do a lot of volume with bigger exercises, so we can't always handle certain supplemental work, right? We can't handle certain supplemental work. Conjugate's a different beast. We're doing really minimal axial loading, a couple heavy lifts a week, and then everything else is dynamic for our main stuff. So we have a lot more wiggle room for just tons and tons of accessory volume. So that's kind of one of the big differences between the two systems that people don't think about. And it matters a lot on the stimulus to fatigue. But here he is doing his pulling. So yeah, let's talk about the cutting. I'm going to let him cut. And you know what? He's got a good muscle base at this point. And I mean, look at what we're lifting on some of these lifts. He cuts down and loses the bit of belly he's got. I think, by people's standards who care about the whole appearance thing, probably look pretty good. Now he's going to have more of an athletic build than a bodybuilder type build, of course. He's a tall, lean guy. Let's keep in mind, we're talking about a 50-pound bulk. That's how skinny he was. And we're just now at a point after 50 pounds that he's getting a little bit of a belly that he wants to diet down. And it's going to come off for him really, really, really easy. Because this is a guy who pretty much has to force feed and add tons of extra fat. All right, I'm talking peanut butter, whole milk, everything. Every single day. You can just switch over to chicken and rice for a little bit. Stop drinking the whole milk, cut the peanut butter out. He'll lose body fat instantly. And that's what we're going to see here. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.